a great day when you're hanging around. Nothing's ever gonna bring me down. Good times are coming our way. Whenever, wherever, whatever today.
Today is going to be a great day. I am Nikki G, your host. Welcome to the Lone Doctrine, the food for thought exploration station, and your place in making today better than yesterday. Exploration. This is the station. This month's exploration is about emotional healing. Every month we pick a topic, and as we've been moving through many changes in our lives, it's also important to recognize that a part of the process is healing. As we've mentioned in every episode this month, emotional healing is different from physical healing. We have to work. We have to grow, to adapt, pivot, and sometimes change to reach that place of healing. But what happens when we don't? What happens when we allow all those all too common teachings of don't feel, be fine, suck it up, don't cry, be strong are so ingrained in our minds that we bottle up our feelings? Well, in short, it's like a pressure cooker. It builds and builds and builds, eventually bursting open in all the wrong ways. Let's explore a little deeper. This is exactly how Suppressed Emotions Rule You by Medium.com. Your intellect may be confused, but your emotions will never lie to you. Emotions are an inseparable companion on life's journey at every moment. Of course, there is no way to escape from them. Yet, many of us are unwilling to deal with them. Every day, I meet people who try to get over some unwelcomed emotion, instead of allowing themselves to feel whatever it is that they're feeling. They instead try to get over it. They're eating over it, thinking over it, shopping over it, or working over it. This getting over it mentality adds to depression. As a result, people continue burying their feelings, erroneously believing, negatively believing that they have them under control. As a result, people continue burying their feelings, and somehow they convince themselves that they have everything under control. But any suppressed emotion is controlling us because we don't allow ourselves to be internally free and do what we want. We live in a time when the faster is better and go and get it. Mindsets don't allow us to take time to heal old wounds. Oddly, feeling is not something that most societies value. We all have to be better, be smarter, more productive, faster, and keep trying. Often we try so hard that we lose ourselves in the process. And when we eventually gain our ends, we realize it doesn't satisfy us. It's not actually what we wanted. So what do suppressed emotions cause? If you don't face suppressed emotions, you'll stay stuck in getting over it mentality, and it'll become impossible for you to heal. You might believe that the pain is long gone, but it only moved from your conscious to your unconscious mind where it gained more power over your behavior. Your ego knows all your suppressed emotions and uses them all against you. Every time you choose not to heal them, you allow the ego to project your hurts to your present and future through unloving beliefs about yourself. So how does that translate? Let me give you an example. A 9-year-old boy is cheerfully playing with his new toy. Suddenly, he hears his parents quarrel in the next room, so he walks up to stop them arguing. He walks into the room and sees his mom crying, so he hugs her and tries to make her feel better. He feels responsible for his mom, so he starts to feel her pain along with his pain from unloving relationships of his parents. However, the dad tells him to buck up and go and play again. The little boy is left with his pain alone, not knowing how to deal with it. So he listens to his dad and buries it deep within. Next time, when the same situation occurs, he stays in his room pretending that he doesn't hear his parents fighting, pretending that he doesn't feel the pain. He begins to feel unworthy, unloved, insecure, and he learns that he cannot trust. The ego uses these feelings and convinces him that when someone argues, it's his fault. He suddenly has beliefs like, I can't please any woman because he couldn't help his mom. It's not safe to love or trust someone. I'm alone with my pain. No one understands me. It's safer to be alone, and I'm not worthy enough. Denied feelings turn into limiting beliefs. They make people choose harmful behaviors. It paralyzes people from saying stop and making changes that would bring them more joy and sense of self-worthiness. We have all experienced moments when we've had to bury hurt or pain instead of dealing with it. The funny thing is that, like in a case of this little boy, the harmful situation wasn't about self-unworthiness at all. It wasn't his fault that his parents had problems. Yet, he didn't know how to respond. So he internalized unhealed wounds of his parents. He took on himself their pain, and his mind made him feel that it was his pain. I know it can sound a little crazy, but this is how our subconscious mind works. Therefore, we have negative thoughts and patterns that don't make logical sense yet because they're holding on a powerful grip on us. Remember that any energy, any emotion has to be either transformed into lighter energy or somehow released. Otherwise, it stays with you until you face it. It's a long process. We're piled up by many unhealed issues, but you'll see the results right after you start. One moment at a time. This is all it takes to transform your life. Something that stood out to me was denied feelings turn into limiting beliefs. I see this time and time again, and I will fully admit I've been through it as well. I've become the person who will talk things through until they're resolved because bottling them up only makes the issues, the hardships, the emotions build. Of course, there are some instances where taking a beat or taking a breath from matters escalating and no longer being productive or constructive. But if you're in a place, whether it's with someone else or with yourself, to really face the feelings and work through them, you'll do your world and everyone's world around you a huge favor. It can be the smallest, most insignificant thing that sets you off that literally has nothing to do with the root of why you're really upset. You end up being in this vicious cycle of a response that gets you nowhere fast. Then that response feeds into the next, and you'll become the grumpy, angry, why do bad things always happen to me person, when you can say stop and make the necessary changes to create a healthier and happier life. Emotional healing is so important. When you're feeling mentally drained or you notice that the little things are irritating you, it might be the best opportunity you've been given to step back and get yourself back on the right track. Those feelings can be indicators that something is off. It's time to let go of the baggage. It's time to heal your pain, heal the wounds, and move forward. Trust me, I know that emotional healing isn't like the snap of a finger or the wave of a magical wand. It takes time, and some things more than others. But the part that sometimes gets missed is taking the time, being active in your healing, moving through no matter if at first it's one little inch at a time. Here's some food for thought. Grow through what you go through. Grow through what you go through. We've had a lot of people asking how they can support our exploration station. We're so grateful to be able to be with you each and every week, but we need your help. And if you head over to patreon.com/Lone Doctrine, it only takes a moment of your time. And with your support, you'll get bonus episodes, interviews, giveaways, and you'll become a part of our awesome community. Or better yet, share us with family, friends, or someone you feel would benefit from our support. Together, We are better, and we hope to see you at Patreon, patreon.com/Lone Doctrine. And until next time, keep fighting the good fight.
It's